What's up, everybody?
How's it going? Welcome to a cup with Joe and Dakota.
You can tell it's live. He struggles. It's been a long weekend.
It's been
a
very
long weekend. Oh, it's been a long weekend.
So what do we do this weekend just to start off before we get into our brewery here?
What did we do, Joe? I don't want to steal your glory. This was your idea.
My idea. So we were at the Southtown here in Utah. We were at the expo, the off-road expo. And we're able to share the Kilbeard Co. products with everybody who came out. So if you're one of those people who see this, watch this, just want to say thank you for stopping by, chatting with us, trying our product out.
Great time.
And it was great to have some cool stories and cool interactions. And yeah, it was really fun.
You guys' feedback was incredible. The good, the bad, all of it. It was a lot of fun just meeting everybody.
Yeah, we're kind of still trying to wake up here.
We're definitely embracing the cup of Joe here today.
Yeah, so today we're trying the Earth Cafe in California.
Mm-hmm.
A very I guess we call it more than popular. It's well cemented coffee establishment in California, and we are trying the
Peru extra fancy dancy.
The Think L Asman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, Joe.
Okay, I'm good.
It's rich, lush, floral, aromatic, dark chocolate, orange zest, and syrupy body coffee. Cup of excellence winner.
So speaking.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Joe. I think we need to fix the camera because I feel like I'm out of range here.
All right,
Should we? Oh, there we go. All right, cool.
I'll bring you in range there.
Woo! I'm in here. I'm here, everybody. Okay. Woo! All right. Anyway. Back. Cup of winner.
Yeah, no. So it's a Cup of Excellence winner in 2022, and why was it a Cup of Excellence? Well, first of all, it's all organic, kind of like
Kilbeard Co.
Kilbeard Co.'s products. So I guess we're winners too.
We are. We may be biased. We may be a little in our own heads.
Yeah.
It is excellent though.
Yeah. So a cup of, what did I say? A Cup of Excellence winner. 2022, all organic, single,
origin.
Origin.
I knew the word you were looking for, Joe. I knew the word you were looking for.
Sourced, and so this establishment started back in 1989 by a couple. I think it's called the Berkmans, and it says on other page that Earth is widely considered the first coffee roasting company in America to offer exclusively organically grown heirloom coffees, in which each season we choose the very finest beans from our farms, carefully selecting only a small percentage of the crop, presenting the coffee's finest seasonal flavor and characteristics. The flavor profile of our blend changes from season to season, and always presenting and exciting new characteristics. So they're not over harvesting. They're really trying to just get the best cup of coffee. And yes, that does bring up the price on the coffee, but you're gonna get a more premium coffee.
For everything that they are, it's super cool.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They make sure that they're not doing a lot of things that are real in the coffee industry right now.
Right.
They're not over processing the land. There's no deforestation.
Right.
Wow, that was a rough word this early.
Woo! There's gonna be a lot of rough words, I think, today.
But they're doing a super great thing. In my personal opinion, though, Joe, I'd have to say the last 2 weeks are better. My personal opinion. There's a completely my opinion. This one's just not my cup of Joe. It's good still, just not my cup.
So I like the more acidic type of coffees. and usually you find that in the lighter blends.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that could be it right there. Also, we're not professional coffee
Yeah, no, I'm
drinkers or
not. I'm not a
sippers.
professional. I'm also exhausted. I'm also have. Yeah, I've been through the ringer this weekend with everything we've done, plus having the new baby girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that I'll be playing a part in this. So please give it a try. It definitely worth the money. I would buy a bag of it to have on hand to be able to throw it in the rotation.
Oh, like it's not a downer.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Like it's not like you take one sip and you're like,
I'm still drinking it.
oh, like you can't even drink the rest of it. Um, the, so the characteristics of this, as explained, is it's balanced with vivid notes of dark chocolate, lime, a nectarine, and sparkling acidity. And honestly, it does touch on those things right
I
there,
would say it's pretty spot on.
and it doesn't touch on any one of those things distinctly. Like it's kind of
Mm,
just like very neutral
yeah.
across the board.
And like I'm not gonna be able to like point out like there's the nectarine, but I'm
Mhm.
definitely getting the dark chocolate,
Right.
the lime, and the sparkle of acidity.
I don't know what sparkle acidity technically means, but
I can understand where they're coming from. Like it's not just like this acidity. It's kind of it's it works its way in there, you know.
right.
But yeah,
Um.
it's a
Yeah.
good cup.
Yeah. So apparently this got a 90 plus a coffee rating
Those are by the professionals.
by
I'm not
professionals.
the professional.
So don't take it by a professional. Just take it from a, a, just a regular old Joe. That
And
does
Dakota, but this
that
guy,
it's good. It's more I think my type of coffee and less his type of coffee.
very true.
And I think that just like anything else, it's we all have our our taste, our palate goes in
Hmm.
different ways. So
It's
it,
still
it could depend on what kind of day you're having, if what you've eaten, if you're
this
eating
is
something
true.
else with it
This
too.
is true.
So
But I would say it's still better than burnt coffee.
oh, absolutely.
It's still
Oh,
better
100%.
than your normal run of the mill.
Mm-hmm.
I can you can taste what sets them apart.
Right.
Just it's not my cup of joe.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
but you can taste everything they're about. I think it's super awesome. I like I said, I would recommend it still. I wouldn't cut them at the knees because they're doing a great thing. They
Right.
really do have a good cup of coffee. It's just not my cup of joe.
Yep. And so yeah, so this month, if you haven't figured out yet, we're doing coffees from California.
Burr, burr, burr. Sorry, all you LAFC winners, supporters.
Okay.
We had a fun time in that game yesterday, Saturday, and
Oh, what type of game?
it was a snow game. It was a snow game, Joe. Oh man, it was a snow game. I would
What sport?
soccer, Real. If you haven't noticed, there's a theme on my hats most of the time. But yeah, all you LAFC supporters, thanks for coming out. Sorry you guys lost in valiant fashion, 3-0. Anyway, we're just gonna skip over that. But it was a snow game. It's been snowing here in Utah. I woke up this morning to very, very white, very
Yep.
fluffy, beautiful snow that I had to trek through to get down here to be here for all of you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, so on top of the expo, new baby, went to the Real game too. It snowed. It was a great time. Anyway, back to our program.
uh,
California is the theme this month.
the so California theme, but let's go on the other side of the planet and let's
Oh,
go
yeah.
to China.
Ooh, what's in China, Joe?
They just discovered a dragon.
Dragon?
A dragon.
Oh boy.
The plane's sitting about 240 million years. 240 million years ago. When
It's a little older than me.
yeah,
A little older than you too. Surprisingly.
surprisingly, yeah. Surprisingly, it surprised
I'm a
me.
comedian, guys. I'm a comedian. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, so surprised me too.
In the Jurassic period in China.
I don't know when a Jurassic period
Couldn't tell
was.
you either, but it sounds fun.
Yeah.
Harassing.
So this was discovered in 2003, and now is displayed at the Scottish or Scotland National Museum. And really, what it is what they believe it's a elongated neck fish. So longer neck fish with shorter
Fish
body,
have necks?
I guess.
Huh. Learned something new. Look at
I mean, 240 million years. I guess anything can happen, right?
that. Very true. Very true, Joe.
So they had a picture of this, and obviously I haven't learned how to pop a picture up live if you can even do that. I'm sure that you can.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
But these things had like big teeth and everything like
It
that.
kind of looks like an alligator gar,
It looks like
but like
a snake. Like
crossed with a snake.
yeah.
These things were big, Joe.
So how big were they?
5 meters. For all you Americans, people that don't do the metric system, how long was that, Joe?
It's about 16 point like 2 feet or something like that.
They're big. They weren't small.
Yeah.
These were not small dragons. Now, I say dragons. When I think of a dragon, Joe,
You think of wings and flying.
I
and all that
think
stuff.
wings fly, maybe a little fire coming out, maybe a little
Right.
ice even. I mean, I've seen both. Never seen Game of Thrones, but I know there's some gnarly dragons in there. I mean, there were wild looking creatures. If this rendition that I'm looking at is correct,
I mean, I'm definitely not going to go swimming in this water.
yeah, I'm not jumping in that water. There's a reason.
You think piranhas are bad?
No, this thing is. Woo, it's gonna show you who's boss, and
Right.
yeah, it's not gonna be a good time. Thankfully, they went extinct a long time ago.
Yeah. And obviously, all we can guess is, how they ate and how they hunted and everything like that. But
Mm-hmm.
something that long with big teeth, you can kind of fill in the
I
blank.
mean,
Yeah, you can kind of figure out what they tried to
it's
do.
not. I mean,
They try to eat everything. So
if it moved, I think they were eating the junk.
yeah,
Even if it was bigger than them, I
Right.
think they were gonna give it a value and effort.
right. Yeah. So, and what made it look like a dragon is that it's kind of like curled like a dragon, and how the fossil
Mhm.
kind of like
Yeah.
laid to rest, if you will. And that's
I wonder if they slept like that. Like some fish sleep swimming. Like a shark has to keep moving to keep alive, right? I wonder if these things, what made them dragon, they like curled up at the bottom. Like is it halibut? That
yeah. Well, I know the
slowly.
fish, but I don't know how they lay. Sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. This is live. I just went to a totally different subject here,
Hey,
but
halibut,
I,
240.
to my, I'm like, okay, now I gotta pull out the phone on the live. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I gotta find this out. I gotta live fact checking myself. Look at that. Okay, all right. Let's see here.
What do you got?
Keep them entertained, Joe. Don't just look at me. Don't stare at me. Come on, Joe. Keep them up. Keep them up.
So, it's shaped like a dragon fossil. He's doing this live stuff, and
Ooh, dang.
they're calling it a dragon because at first they actually probably thought it was a dragon. Uh, I mean, dragon's been a part of mythology for the past
Yeah. Okay. It is a
all human
halibut.
history.
Okay.
I'm still talking here. History.
So a halibut, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, slowly its eyeball moves to the other side of
Okay.
its head. So then they both are on the same side because it starts out like a normal fish. One's on one side, one's on the other. Slowly moves over to one side, and then they can lay flat on the sea floor, the ocean floor, the lake floor, wherever you may find a halibut. And then they lay down. So I wonder if this
You think it just
dragon curls up, lays on the ground.
So you think it just died in its sleep?
That's a hell of a way to go. Valiant way to go, I think.
All right.
But I mean, or maybe there was a being that curled it up and that's where it died. I mean, or found it dead and was like, oh, this thing should be curled up. I mean,
so if
fast forward a million years from now, they're gonna find a lot of people in these boxes,
right, and like what?
And they're gonna be like, what?
Yeah, why are people in boxes?
I mean, we found look at pyramids.
Mm-hmm. By the way, they've never found anything in the pyramids.
I'm not trying to. I'm just. We don't know what they were for. We can
Yeah.
assume.
Right.
Just saying, 240 million years ago. It's a long time.
So that could have been the halibut's ancestor.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not. I'm just squirrel. Okay, I got distracted.
So if this thing slept and laid on the bottom and died in its sleep, so how low can we go then?
Oh, we can go low, Joe.
So how low?
I
So
mean,
so last week we went to the highest peak, and this week,
Joe knew he was wrong, so now he has to try and be right with the lowest point. All right, let's start that one out.
So
Joe.
if you want to jump into that discussion,
No, because so anyway, so the Salton Sea in California. Seems how we have a theme going on this week. How deep is the Salton Sea, Joe?
it's negative 236 feet below sea level.
Now, for all you fun understanders of the world,
Mm-hmm.
the sea is here. That means it's 200 and what is that? 36 feet.
That was more like 250.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Scale to scale.
Oh, scale. I see. Anyway, what was the Salton Sea, Joe?
The Salton Sea. Sorry, I'm thinking the other three we're going to talk
did
about.
I mention that we've had quite a full weekend, and this is we're here for everybody.
So this is the biggest environmental disaster in California history. Now, a little asterisk sign on here. I'm not sure how all the snow and rain has affected this. Maybe it's changed a little bit now since they got a lot of rain. So if somebody's in California seeing this, maybe you could say, yeah, the thing was full or whatnot. But yeah, it's like an agricultural disaster, and I can't even talk right now. So we've been talking
Got a
the
cup
whole
of Joe
weekend.
there, yeah. So anyway, so if you can't tell from my voice, at the reality game, I kind of strained my vocal cords. So I apologize for any. Next week I'll be
It's
back
the worst
to
day
normal.
to get caught live.
Right?
But
Yeah. No.
it's all about the commitment. Though.
Anyway, back to the regular scheduled program here. So it looks like so way back, and what was it? We don't have a year.
Yep, we don't have a year.
My bad. But for decades, local farmers would let just their pesticides and all that stuff run down the river, go into this lake. Now they call it a sea, Salton Sea. And they just let it go in there. All of a sudden, fish started dying, birds started dying. I mean, we didn't think that one through. We didn't think that maybe the pesticides that kill the bugs weren't going to kill the fish and the birds.
Yeah, no, like
we
so we got so out here in Utah we have a place called is Kennecott Mountain. Is that how you say it? Kennecott.
Copper mine.
Okay, copper mine, and the running thing here is what kind of potential chemicals and or minerals that have come up that may be washed down with water that may contaminate the area someday or is contaminating the area. So I don't think they think it through real well, and at the same time, I think they don't care sometimes too because it's public.
Have you ever been on a tour of that place, Joe?
I have not.
You should.
So
this is crazy.
So
I do know though there was a landslide.
So that's what happened. So we're gonna go up there, and then the landslide happened, and they closed it down for almost a year, right, or something like that, for a while.
Multiple years. I don't know exactly how long. I know, but I do know in 2013 there was a big landslide.
Yes,
somebody done screwed the pooch. It was not good. Anyway, nothing against the Kennecott Copper Mine. Not saying that they did. Not saying that they didn't. Allegedly, I'm not saying it.
So
just
we're going from negative 234 feet. We're going to go to another California spot.
We're going 282. 282.
There you go.
The 282. 282. Okay. Below sea level.
So
that was lava.
So one that we're more probably more knowledgeable about.
Hottest place on earth
is Death Valley.
Hottest air temperature on earth. Excuse me.
So it's the hottest air temperature on earth, recorded in 1913.
If you possibly have watched Weekend Flex, though,
I don't know how we measure air temperature, but I've been in
go watch
104.
Joe's second coldest day.
Yeah, my second
It's a
coldest
great
day.
story. It's a fact that every time I hear it, I laugh my ass off. So you should definitely go check it out.
Yeah, it's 144 degrees, I think is what it was, and
Don't give it away. You're
I'm
gonna go
not.
watch the video.
And that was the coldest day of my life.
It's a great story. It's a great, great story.
So, yeah.
Anyway, back to Death Valley.
So 282 feet, Death Valley, as we all know. And have you ever been out to Death Valley? I've never been out to Death Valley before.
I want to say maybe I drove through it once, but I feel like I would. It's pretty memorable.
Is it?
I would assume because
no
I
idea.
would think that they make it a big deal.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't say that I have, Joe.
I mean, I think it's smart to go down there like during the winter. I think that's a better idea.
I still think it's pretty hot there.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean, if it's 131 degrees, excuse me, 134 degrees.
Just saying.
I would think it would still be hot. Maybe not that hot, but
yeah,
maybe like 100.
Well, if it's 100 degrees, that's not bad. Like,
Hey.
I like the heat. I'm more of the heat person. The cold, I don't really care for. Then you mix heat and cold in, yeah.
I'd have to disagree with you, Joe, but that's okay.
So there's a few other places on Earth that are have low points, like Argentina, Laguna del Carbon.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna say it.
And I'm not sure about this one. Adan Kil Depression in Ethiopia at negative 410 feet, and Vapdina Akandi in Kazakhstan at negative 433 feet. And then we got two more here. So Qatar Depression in Egypt at negative 435 feet. So that's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the Dead Sea.
So,
Joe, how low is the Dead Sea?
1,412 feet below sea level.
And what was the next closest one to that?
The next closest one was 400 and change. 435. So that's a big drop off.
Thousand? We're down here to 1,000?
Sure. You go, dude.
The Dead Sea. You guys are down there.
So it is so hyper. Was it hyper saline that you basically just float because there's so much salt. It's 9 times more dense in salt than the ocean.
So, again, back to Utah, we have the Great Salt Lake. I personally have never swam in it because I don't want to smell like that. No. Anyway, very, very high sulfur smell. Which, if any of you don't know what sulfur smells like, it smells like rotten eggs, and it's terrible. Anyway, never swam in it, but I've seen videos. I've seen people in there, and they float. I would assume, with this being as salty as it is, I would think you jump in, and you just shoot right back out.
Probably.
Well, no question.
Well, like I'm looking at hell. Okay, now I'm showing my age, but have you ever been on a waterbed before?
Yeah, I've been.
So it's like jumping on the waterbed and just being like that.
They were popular when you were.
Oh, they're super popular. Well, like that's like the equivalent to like getting a Casper or a purple mattress.
Hey!
Is a waterbed.
Shout out to Purple Mattress. Those things are.
But no, that's what it was like though. It was really cool like that.
Poke a hole in it.
And then when you're a kid, you're like going like this, and you're like.
But anyway. You put like little fishies in it.
Dude, if you would have given me that thought, I probably would have did it when I was a kid.
I mean, I would. If to this day, if I ever got my hands on a waterbed, I'm playing like the little fake fishes.
So my aunt had a waterbed.
That's cool.
So when we went to her house, I would like play on
my dad's best friend had a waterbed, and I remember sitting on it. May got yelled at because what's the first thing you do when you're a kid? You try and jump on a bed.
Um,
Needless to say, they put the kibosh on that real quick. But anyway, it was a great time. It was a great time.
so one other cool thing that I mentioned about the Dead Sea here is that the Dead Sea per name was never actually it doesn't actually appear in the Bible. Like it's just one of those things that I mean, it's not gonna say like in English Dead Sea or whatever the
I'm gonna let you
translation
take that
is.
one over there.
No, it's just one of those things that because it's a biblical spot between Israel and the border of what's the other country? Israel and I gotta look for it here. Do 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 do. It's in the West Bank. Oh, just the West Bank right there between Israel and Jordan. Anyways, you're like, doo-doo-doo-doo. So Jordan,
These live videos, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen, are some of the funnest things to do. If you've never been on a live video, I would not recommend it.
I mean, it can sound like a train wreck on that side, but on this side, it's really fun because
I mean, may probably, but this side, it's a good time. Kind of makes you go cuckoo, huh, Joe?
Cuckoo for what?
Damn you! I thought I had you. Cuckoo Maker Brewer.
So the Cuckoo Maker Brewer. So tell me about this brew.
Well, first off, compared to last week's
Yeah.
pour over one,
Yep, for $119, I remember.
this one's not $119.
So we're gonna get like a blue tag deal or something like that. This one, red tag deal.
I know. No, you're gonna like.
Like a door stopper.
You're
Like
very expensive.
Stop. Just stop.
Just we're looking at like $1,300.
$1,300. So does this make like? Is there like gold flakes in there too?
I would hope.
Does it like crush diamonds?
Maybe. I mean, you can. This one's fairly cool though. You can adjust the grind on the. It looks like the same thing. It like has a little stand that comes up, and then you coffee beans, and you can turn the thing and grind. I hope you guys can get the visual from my hands here, but it's pretty nifty. It's pretty nifty, Joe. You want to tell us a little more about this guy?
So this is a Kickstart, and they raised over $830,000 from over 1,000 people.
I would hope they raise more than the other people because at that price tag,
Well, right.
they're gonna. It sounds like they got a lot of advanced things on it.
Well, not only that. So when you Kickstart, you usually get it for a lower price, and or they throw in something that's going to make it more special to you for helping them get there, basically.
Okay.
But in that being said, that so this is out of China. So this is from a Chinese company. So I don't know where they came up with Cuckoo, if that's a person's name or where the Cuckoo name came from. It's kind of unique to California coffee, but
kind of fun.
But the thing is, it's kind of like combines like it simplifies a dripper, a grinder, and a pour over. It's kind of like
interesting.
And an espresso machine all in one, and it's just like an arm.
Right.
Okay.
Base has an arm, comes up to here, then you got the grinder.
Yep.
And then
it presses down like an espresso.
Perfect cup. Speaking of coffee, espresso, you top off, Joe?
Yes.
I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go top off our cup of Joes.
Yeah, see, look what he did there twice now to me. He gives himself a break. Dang, I'm good at this game. Yeah, so it's been a rough week, and in a good way. It's a rough week in a good way because you're talking to a lot of people. You're trying to get your voice out there at like an expo. Sometimes you're speaking above the music and the crowd and stuff like that, and trying to go in depth in our product, which you can see right here. We also added in our heritage line. Our heritage line was very well received, so we appreciated the feedback and the love for it too. But so that's just a little side note right there. But going back to this Cuckoo Maker, you can also do ice and cold water with it. You can also it's Bluetooth enabled, so you can be on your device, iPad, phone, and you can basically control the RPMs of the grind to the pour to basically the whole idea is to make the perfect cup of coffee. So it's a really cool interactive one. It is
Making up
electronic.
words.
We
I'm
might
back,
as well.
everybody.
Oh, we might as well. But no, I was telling that it's Bluetooth like enabled, so you can control like
What?
the brew and the grind and everything like this. So you're
I
not
didn't see that part.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
But so they're kind of combining the technology with traditional forms, and at the same time, they are just just another company thinking outside the box, and it's being well received on Kickstarter. So um, I'm seeing stars. You want to explain yourself?
I just got stars on my head. They're cool.
So what do those stars mean?
My badass daughter Scarlett drew them. Anyway, sorry for the distraction, everybody.
Yeah, I saw a squirrel there. And
Woo!
it's like, whee!
It's fun. It's fun. If you ever think about doing fun things with your head, just do it. Especially if, like me, you're losing it. Have fun with it. Embrace it. Don't hide it. Have some fun. Joe?
All I'm saying is, this cuckoo maker
Anyway.
actually looks really cool.
No,
I do think it's
cool.
overpriced. But then again, it's the first. It's just like anything that's brand new. It's usually really expensive until somebody else either copies it or they refine it and they can get it out to the masses so that they can get that.
After hearing the Bluetooth portion of this,
it's like a computer. It's a computer version of coffee maker.
And now looking at it and hearing that it has Bluetooth capabilities, I could be in bed, just make sure that thing's loaded with beans, press a button, bam, I have coffee.
This is definitely for you,
Joe. Compared to last week's,
yeah.
Granted, there is a price point on this that is not for the faint of heart, but
no, you got to be really into your coffee.
If it means I can just be in the other room, press the button, and I have to walk over. Yeah. I mean, granted, this different cup of coffee because the last one you had to pour over. Right. We all know pour over coffee is 10 times better than drip, in my opinion. But I could see the appeal here, Joe.
How's it going there, Victor? Yeah, no, the like if you're a coffee enthusiast, I think the Kickstarter. So I found this article, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. So it's actually might be in the last day, or you missed it by a day. So if you're interested in this new technology and it's still up there, I'm sure it's well over $1 million by now in kickstarting donations. But if you're into coffee that much and you want to try a new gizmo, if you will, I'll check out the cuckoo one right there. It sounds cool. I would like to see it in action before I spend that kind of money. Yeah. But at the same time, you got to make a little bit of a leap of faith sometimes.
It's more of a grab and go type one compared to the other one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Both look the same. This one's not quite as simplistic due to the fact that Bluetooth capabilities.
Bluetooth capabilities. What's next?
Do you know how long chameleon's tongue is, Joe?
I do. Actually, I have no idea how long a chameleon's tongue is.
It's about twice the length of its body.
Okay.
So it ranges.
Okay.
In reference here, it's for us humans.
Right.
So I'm a 6 foot individual here.
6 foot in bed with your Bluetooth enabled coffee maker iPad or something like that.
Sitting on my head, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, that would mean that you'd have to be. But no, that would equivalent wise would be an average human would have a 10 to 12-foot tongue.
That'd be insane. If you walked around just swinging out a 10
I
to 12
don't.
foot tongue.
We could take this so many different ways, Joe.
No,
But
I'm not even going down to just in general. Like, I mean,
but yeah, no, we could.
no.
It's insane. It's
Uh,
insane.
like, what would you do with something like that?
So,
Anyway,
the chameleon's tongue is known as the fastest gun in the animal kingdom because this thing contracts its muscles, waits for its prey, and then 60 miles an hour in 1/100th of a second. 1/100th of a
So
second.
you can't even blink. Like blinking. Won't
Next
do
thing you know,
anything.
you got smacked in the face.
Right.
You didn't even know it.
Right.
You don't even know what happened. You
Yeah.
don't even know where it came
You
from.
think a bug just hit you in the face?
Just bam! Chameleon done licked your face. You had no idea.
So it says that it's folded up like an accordion. So
Yeah, no,
so so it's equivalent like taking a yo-yo.
right, wham!
But coming back perfectly though.
Right, like, with dinner.
Right, with dinner. So one cool thing here, I'm gonna go off on the side here.
Oh,
I'm not funny or anything. So when we were at the expo here, we checked out some Normandy knives.
Shout out for Victor.
Yeah, Victor, appreciate it.
He got me and Joe here.
And these things are really cool. They're local here in Utah. They're not sponsoring us or anything like that. Just really cool. And they look like this, really steel. Knives are spring and pretty cool, right? So
spring assisted though.
Spring assisted, and you also got the little punch. I don't know the technical word for it, but if you get stuck in your vehicle, you can pound your way out of the glass to get you out of the vehicle for emergency purposes only, obviously. But really cool. I just want to give a shout out to the company. They were really cool. And their knives are really awesome. So if you're looking for a new knife, go into Normandy Knives out here in Utah and give them a shout out and check out their knives. They're Dakota and Joe approved. So
high quality. I also bought one. I didn't know we were showing them off today. That was kind of a rogue subject. But me, like I said, Victor here convinced me to get same one he got, and they're pretty badass. As far as your question, Victor, we've had, at least personally, I have had 2 cups so far. Joe?
Just 2 cups.
We're just 2 cups. We're 2 cups in so far.
I'm sure it's
first of many.
Yeah. So we French pressed this coffee, and then we did a drip also.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the end of the French press, I believe, and then we're going to be doing the drip. So it could change in how it tastes, and if you're jumping on a little late here, we're drinking Eartha coffee. It's one of their Finca El Yasmin, and Victor,
one day I'm gonna get good at this camera thing.
And Victor will probably correct me on my Spanish here, but yeah, no, I think it's a good coffee. Like to me, it's equivalent to like how he liked last week's coffee. This is my type of coffee in that version, if that makes any sense. Like he likes that one as a good neutral coffee. To me, this is a good neutral light coffee. But
Joe likes it light. I like it a little darker, a little less acidity. He likes a little more acidity.
So yeah,
different strokes for different folks, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, a little quick fun tidbits here.
Okay.
So the longest human tongue.
Okay.
From teeth to tip, because apparently we can't count the part that.
All right.
3 feet. Wait. 3 inches.
I was like 3 feet. Yeah, that's
3 inches is 3.97 inches. Excuse me. Sorry. Kind of. The smallest chameleon. 22 millimeters. Little tiny guy. But can still smack you in the face.
But like.
Little tongue though. So it's got a 44 millimeter tongue. But I don't know measurements, so don't crucify me.
But isn't that like weird that like they range? for like a chameleon? Like they range in size like that?
I unfortunately don't know the largest chameleon,
Right. No, no. Well,
but
yeah.
yeah, no, everybody thinks that chameleons are cool because they can change color. But in reality, we should really be thinking about those damn tongues.
That would be the next thing on my mind. The next time I talk about a chameleon.
Right.
What about the tongues, bro?
I mean, could you imagine if there was a chameleon like the size of a, small dog?
Well, speaking of like Cookie, my dog, that tongue is
Yeah.
always out like Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
Right?
I'm like, girl,
Could you imagine if that thing was twice as long as her body and she could smack you in the face from 0 to 60 in 100th of a second, Joe?
yeah, that would be good.
Take you out like a bad habit. You wouldn't even know it.
But you know what I do know?
What do you know, Joe?
I know cats.
Did you know that NASA streamed a cat video from 19 million miles away?
Why would we do that?
Shits and giggles. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad our funds are going to an appropriate.
I could get behind this. This is what NASA's doing. We're not going to the moon. We're streaming cat videos.
So tell us more about this.
So this one was a little dated, to say the least. But back in October 13th of 2023, NASA launched a spacecraft.
Okay, like a satellite or probe.
I would say probe more
Somewhere
to a asteroid that was very rich in metals.
Okay.
Called Psyche.
Okay.
Psyche. I want to say that's Psyche. It's nestled between Jupiter or Mars and Jupiter.
Okay.
And they sent it out there, and I guess somebody somewhere, and they thought it would be fun to, let's see if we can stream a video back. They in December it looks like, and it was on its far journey away, about 19 million miles. So it's kind of impressive.
So
it's kind of impressive. 3 months, 19 million miles.
But so how long was the video?
15 seconds. A little test video.
So 19 million miles away for 15 seconds. So I think what was cool about this one, reading it, besides transmitting it, is that it came in high resolution.
After 101 seconds, though.
But still high resolution, though.
I mean,
I don't know if that's been done before, or that we know that if it's been done before,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that I think they could have probably did more with that than a cat video. Yeah. And I didn't approve it with my taxes, during that time. But hey, I guess somebody did who was a little bit higher up than me. Just saying.
You like cats? You like cat videos?
I don't dislike cats, but I like cat videos.
I made an assumption.
I like cats, but I don't watch cat videos. Okay, I'm not gonna go down. Anyways, so yeah. You want to tell us about your 2 extra little tidbits here that you got?
Number of hours it takes NASA to reach Voyager 1, the farthest spacecraft from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Want to take a stab, Joe? How long it takes? I mean, the answer's right there.
No, I'm trying to think. 2 days is what I would say, but
little less.
Okay.
Little less. 22 and a half hours.
No, I'm trying to give you the honest guess. What
I appreciate it.
I like 2 days.
22 and a half hours. You press left, and it takes 22 and a half hours for that thing to go, oh, I gotta go left. That's left for me, ladies and gentlemen, on the camera.
So if you're one of those people thinking hey, I'll never use math in my life, You probably use a lot of math to make that
I
happen.
mean, gotta anticipate the curve here, I guess.
I guess, or the gravitational pulls and everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's crazy if you think of it. And the asteroid was what? It says 372 million miles.
Yep, the asteroid Psyche, in miles away from Earth, is 372 million miles away.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't even want to know how many times you gotta go around the Earth for that. No, I'm good.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
I'll say that. That'll be your next home.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
So, excuse me. Just my throat is gone.
So Joe,
Yeah.
primarily, where do you buy most of your Funko Pops that are slowly growing behind me?
Here we go
You know,
again.
Deadpool back there staring me down, kind of getting uncomfortable here.
It is unicorn slippers holding his panda teddy bear.
I mean,
look at that.
pretty cool little guys. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, where do you buy the majority of these, Joe?
So I usually get mine on eBay.
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 Funny you say that, Joe. Do you know what the first item sold on eBay was?
A paperclip.
No. A broken laser pointer.
Well, okay, close enough. Might as well been a paperclip.
I mean, paperclip, broken laser pointer. We could agree that it could be a paperweight.
Paperweight.
Anyway.
So what? So what encouraged this man to put this broken laser on eBay?
He had purchased it for $30.
Okay. Actually, $30 a while ago was it's probably like $100 now.
Yeah, back in '95.
Oh yeah, that'd be close to $100 now.
This was a nice laser pointer.
Yeah,
he bought it coincidentally to entertain his cat. Apparently, this cat really liked it because after just 1 week of owning this $30, could be $100 laser pointer back in the day, but excuse me, $30 laser pointer, it broke, and he went,
But it doesn't say in our notes.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I added it.
Okay.
But anyway, bought this thing for $30, broke in a week.
Okay.
He went, I'm gonna see if I can sell it. So he listed it on this newfound thing that he came about with called eBay. Listed it as inoperable.
Okay.
Inoperable laser pointer. Started bidding at $1.
Buy.
Now, Joe, we all know when you're on eBay, you see what it's listed for.
Right.
What happens to that number? Does it usually stay that number?
It doesn't usually stay that number, but usually if it says it's broken, I mean, I'm sure it's not getting a lot of hits at the same time.
How many times have you been this close to buying a Funko Pop and then just don't get it?
So we call that getting sniped.
How often does that happen, Joe?
You either snipe or be sniped. It can happen. So I'm there like
it's
5
snipe
seconds.
or be snipe world.
Like it's like 5 seconds. So I watch the clock tick down to 5 seconds.
Okay.
And I'm thinking like, is Comcast is our connectivity going to be good today? If not, there's a delay in the connection. I give myself the extra 5 seconds to push the button for my bid. Sometimes somebody else wait for 3 seconds.
Snipe better. Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's one of the
Wow.
It goes deep.
So for the poor unfortunate soul that got sniped on this laser pointer, the first ever item sold on eBay, started at $1, and at the very last 3 seconds, we'll say, got sniped
for $14.83.
$14.83 for a broken laser pointer that a week prior was bought for $30.
Now, I think the real question is, what did the person who bought? What did they do? Who blah blah blah?
Joe's not filling the coffee yet.
The person who bought it, what did they do with the broken laser?
That's a great question.
I think that's even more of a
I
question
mean,
than this part of it.
if for the crazy coincidence that the person that bought that is somehow watching this video, please let us know what you did with it, because I would love to know that almost more than reading this and finding this out that a broken laser pointer was the first thing sold on eBay.
Because it's like, what did you do with a broken laser pointer?
I would say at that point though, he made his money back, because if he used it for a week and then it broke and turned around and sold it for almost half of what he bought it for, just for a good chuckle to mess with this cat, I think he won. Especially because there has been 1 million items plus sold on eBay. 1 million items. Probably billions at this point. But specifically the millionth item sold on eBay. Want to take a step?
Well, it says right here.
Oh, now we're reading. Now we're gonna read. Okay, tell us, Joe.
No, I would have guessed. I would have said like
me neither.
Like toilet paper.
I mean, eBay is full of surprises right now.
Right. No, it says a Sesame Street themed Jack in the Box toy. So that's pretty cool.
We went from broken laser pointers to Sesame Street.
And I actually got one somewhere. So what? I can't. So somewhere back then, I think they were like having some kind of big deal about this. I can't remember. This was like 9 years ago now. Something about like they were coming up to this number and they wanted to make a big deal of it. I forgot what they were doing to promote this, but it was a promotional thing. To, coming on a million things to be sold on here. I wish I would have thought of that, before this to say, what that entire promotion was, but they were promoting this to everybody, and it was a huge big deal. I mean, at least for them, it was a big deal. And as a business, that makes sense too. So,
that's fun.
But yeah, it's cold outside. It's warm in here. Overall, good coffee.
We got some Joe to drink.
Yeah, no, it's a good
cup of Joe.
It's a good coffee. A $44 for this bag, including shipping.
Bag. This Wisconsin came out of it. Anyway, this stuff right here.
If you want to,
they got a great product.
But yeah, if you want to taste what a winning cup of coffee tastes like,
cup of excellence, right here.
Yep, you should definitely try it. Like I said, we did the French press on it, and we did a drip on it. Haven't tasted the drip yet. Potentially a pour over or some other a method may be even a better one to extract the flavor. Who knows?
It's a good if you're into that with a little more acidity, or you just want to break out of going to somebody that's wanting to break out of the norm, the bad rep that the coffee industry has currently, that's doing things a little smarter. You're going to pay a little more for the product, but it's a little more ethical, I would say. You're going to have to pay for it. Unfortunately, that's how the world works nowadays. Yeah. I would drink it again though. Like I said, not particularly my cup of Joe. It's Joe's cup of Joe here,
and that's completely okay.
But so. I would keep it in the rotation, just to keep it back on hand, to have, to drink, to just change it up every once in a while, because change is good
for sure.
Living in chaos is
good
for your mental health. Go back prior, watch a cup of Joe with Dakota, and you'll know what we're talking about.
And a dragon, it actually would be cool if they actually found a dragon. Unfortunately, this looked like a dragon, but it's actually a fish with all the vertebrae and everything.
Oh, or you're making a hard statement there, Joe.
Well, maybe it was the dragon of the sea.
Ooh. We're on to something there.
So I can get on with that, because it didn't have no wings. At least as far as they could tell, it had no wings.
So we are solidifying that if it's a dragon, It's got to have wings.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
I said that earlier in the video. I ain't never seen Game of Thrones. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody out there. I haven't even seen a part of the show. It's just not my thing.
So this young lad, he has watched Tombstone though.
We gotta bring that subject up. Great movie. Go watch it. Do it. Back to dragons, Joe. So dragons have to have wings to be considered a dragon.
So
thanks, Victor. Appreciate your comment.
So I'm gonna stay on Game of Thrones just for a second.
There we go.
Yeah, watch Game of Thrones. And
probably not.
But it's worth it though.
I've heard by a lot of people. There's probably going to be a lot of people that agree with you.
So I watched it twice, disagree. All of it twice.
You got a lot more free time.
Oh no, it's background stuff. Anyways, Game of Thrones worth watching.
No arguing here, Joe.
If you tell
the
Dakota,
Dead Sea is the lowest point. Hawaii is the highest point on Earth.
Hawaii is the highest point on Earth.
Highest peak.
Okay.
Peak. Tallest mountain.
Okay.
See that? He agreed. You all heard it.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, this was on our last episode. Towards the end of the episode, if you wanted to make sure you got into that conversation, we didn't get too heavily debated in that, but I
was right. Joe was wrong.
The question was: is Mount Everest the highest peak, or what's the one in Hawaii called again?
Shit. I love. Thanks for that one, Joe.
It's Kanu. I think it's like Kanu or Kanua, something like that. Kana.
Mauna Kea, ladies and gentlemen. That is the tallest mountain on Earth, arguably, if you want to get into that subject. But, Joe, I'm right. You're wrong.
Okay.
Dead Sea is the lowest point. Can't argue that. That one's physically, there's sea level down. Okay, all right, okay. Because we could argue the
the Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench.
But that's below like land sea though.
But see, you run into, because I'm saying Mauna Kea is the tallest, but it's also below sea level. So Mariana Trench is deepest point on Earth.
It's the deepest point. Okay.
Tallest peak. Anyway.
I'm setting
we're going cuckoo. We're going cuckoo here. The cuckoo maker brewer. Wow, why that's redundant, I feel. But cool thing. I mean, if you're into coffee like I am and don't want to have to wake up and go over and do the pour over thing, you can Bluetooth it. Just bam, you got coffee when you walk out. Is it worth the $1,300 price point?
It's definitely a first world problem.
It's a fun one to have to figure out, but the added Bluetooth capabilities, I feel, help justify. I still think I'm buying last week's. I'm gonna chameleon you right in the face. Just anyway.
But it doesn't stretch as high as Mount Everest, though.
Chameleon's tongue is twice its body length. Again, for the average human, that would be 10 to 12 feet long of just tongue. Goes out 0 to 60 in 100th of a second. You get smacked in the face, didn't even know it. If you're a fly, good on you. Sorry. You're not going to know what hit you.
I think that's the whole thing. It's like, oop, I'm gone.
I don't even think there's I'm gone. It's just a done.
It's a one and done.
19 million miles away, cat video streamed.
I mean, I guess
good job, NASA.
I mean, I guess I could see it like a Guinness Book of World Record like inscription there.
Beep, beep, beep. I don't know. Maybe we should look into that.
But the thing is, for Guinness Book of World Record, does it have to be on Earth or can it be outside of the Earth hemisphere?
World record.
All right, see? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. Well, what's your thoughts on that? Can you have the world record outside of the Earth, but still be a
Earth,
earthbound,
but it's still a worldly
device,
item, device,
objects? Yeah,
object.
Yeah.
I think is a better. Yeah, that's a
that's a conundrum for you there. We write the history books of the. Anyways,
You're delusional. First item ever sold on eBay. Broken laser pointer.
so what?
What?
So my question is to take on. So if you're watching, what is the craziest thing that you have put or purchased on eBay, and either what was it, and or what did you buy? Like, what was the price point?
I think I'm gonna go through my garage, find anything that's broken. I'm just gonna start putting it on eBay, putting it on there as what
Is it like workable?
Unoperable.
Inoperable.
So, just put that in the description.
So use it and
see what happens. Okay. Start the bidding at $1. See where it goes. See how many people want to buy it.
Yeah, now I'd be curious just what some people put on there because
right.
Like,
Apparently we put a Sesame Street themed Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
And it was the millionth item. I could imagine that eBay was like, hey, you're the millionth item putter-upper.
I think they were like I believe, and I could be completely wrong, is that they actually had some kind of like prize or gift or some kind of challenge or something like that.
Yeah, I wonder how many people
a reward
just
or
put a bunch of stupid shit up there.
Well, yeah, because they wanted to win a reward, so they actually flooded eBay a little bit more.
Yeah,
if I remember right.
Genius.
Yeah,
marketing tactic.
Yeah. No, it's an awesome marketing tactic right there. But the app, it was free.
Victor's highlighting the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Too good.
Victor.
Gotta love you, Victor. We spent the weekend with Victor. Victor also came out and helped in the Kilt Beard Co. booth.
Yep.
It was a riot. We appreciate your time spent with us, Victor.
So how did cornhole, just before we go, so how did the cornhole
let's just say it's a good thing that I wasn't playing cornhole for the $5 off or a free item. I got a couple $3 off. I did after about 1 million throws. Get a free item.
So
it was a lot of fun though. It was a lot of fun.
So we did incorporate cornhole into our expo setup theme, if you will, to try to engage more with customers and just people in general.
It was a lot of fun.
No, it was a lot of fun and
gave me something to do.
So if you come up by our booth, I think we're going to integrate the cornhole again. I'm going to make it a little bit more pronounced, even more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like cornhole, and the people who did that aspect of it, I thought it was a cool tie into the product, and we try to be a fun lifestyle, connect with the customer and people.
You talk to a guy about beard oil that doesn't even have a beard. Doesn't mean you can't use beard oil though, or beard balm, or beard butter.
And because
it's a face thing.
Right, it's a face thing, and a lot of us get a dry face. Just
got to keep it hydrated and make it look smooth.
Yep.
Young. Do you think that looks young?
But yeah. So if you're coming in a little bit later, this should be recorded up on YouTube, and you can just jump on it and catch us from the beginning. It's been a little bit of a rocky one because we've been tired trying to get everything all together. What did he say?
Brett, thank you for joining. He says, is Wisconsin cornhole the same thing as the same game as here in Utah?
Oh, Brett. I've never played cornhole in Wisconsin.
Do you play with cheese?
Wow.
I mean,
so honestly, I've watched cornhole in Wisconsin, and because Wisconsin has more bars and alcohol availability than any other state in the union. You will see every person at least with one drink in their hand. Sometimes they had 2 drinks and they're throwing 2.
Shout out to the guy at the off-road expo yesterday that had a draft beer in one hand and a can of beer in the other one. You, sir, I was very jealous because you looked like you were having a amazing time. And I liked the versatility. He had, like the cup in one hand with the draft beer in one, and then the cans. So, like, he was ready for whatever was coming his way.
So they used to have like a Budweiser commercial, like a man of distinction, and you got it was like that.
No, I walked past and I did a double take because he, like I said, draft in one hand, can in the other, and I walked past and I was like, wait a second, dude. I almost wanted to give him a free beard oil, but unfortunately he didn't have a beard.
He's prepared for the moment.
He was.
He wasn't stopping for anybody. He's like, I'm not making 2 trips. I'm making my trips right now.
No, he was knocking everything out of the park. But yeah.
You got anything else?
I do not, sir.
All right.
Other than thanks everybody for joining us. It's been fun. Sorry again about the delusional of us. My voice is shot. I think Joe's voice is strained at least a little bit. Next week will be a little less chaotic, a little more back to our normal, non-live.
Life's meant to be chaotic, but it showed in the live video. I'm sure the edits, if this was an edited one, I would have been here for hours editing it.
The outtakes are probably
it was good.
That didn't make the cut are probably going to be pretty fun if this was a recorded video. But unfortunately, you guys got to see it live.
But once again, from Joseph Dakota, I can't even say your name.
Like I said, Delusional is coming out.
Thanks for checking in. A cup with Joe and Dakota.
You guys have a good one.
Bye now. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mount Everest.
Nope.